Latino, and Native American. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. Right, left, right, left. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go.
Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar here, hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Whether anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before
that shit go.
Nah, for real though.
Right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go left.
Nah, for real though.
Right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that.
Y'all about to put me out the south right stuff. Move it up, son. Move it up, son. Move it up, son. The Father we fear. The Father we fear. Yahweh son. Yahweh son. Israel. Israel. Israel.
You boy, you know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my nigga, yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck wrong with you, boy?
Man, it's gonna save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly up. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you future. You ain't fooling us. With them things, trying to cool us.
For whom our state, this whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. But for the fifth angel of the Lord, come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today, we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. This one West world got a ring to it. I married the truth, put a ring to it.
she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
should like the flex.
Talk about man. Oh, it's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to do, get another legacy. If you gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, sold your seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief. It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. They don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Sparring one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready, this another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. It's one West world for the people, this is what they need. It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
All right. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Virginia. Shalom, Richmond. Shalom, Norfolk. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, 1 West, started out of 125th Street out of Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with any other Christian church, Hebrew Israelite camp or group, and damn sure not the Black Panther Party movement. All right. We teach the truth about the Bible, about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians today. Right. And tonight, this evening, man, I'm here to bring out that there's always going to be conflict. All right. There's always going to be conflict. Okay. It's a reason why we're living on this earth right now, and everyone just disagrees. It's a reason for disagreement. Nothing was meant for us to agree on anything besides if you're in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right? But right on this world, in this world right now, in this earth, there's always a conflict, right? And everyone seems to have the answer to the problem, which in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we do have the answer to the problem. But if you're not in the school, right, or if you just a simple Jake or a heckler, right, there's always a conflict with something, right? And you cannot philosophize your way out of the Bible, right? Because the Bible, right, goes over many conflicts. And it gives many solutions, right? So before I go into here, right? What is a conflict? Before I go to that, there's always going to be a conflict. Before I go into this, what I want to bring out tonight, what is a conflict, right? And if you're a brother, so-called Black, Latino, Native Indian, right, you did this so somehow just to follow your algorithm, right? Chime in, right? What is a conflict? All right. Disputation. Okay. All right. What else? What's a conflict? It's a simple answer, right? It's a simple answer. A conflict. What's a conflict? This is around the time that a lot of our children went back to school, right? But if you've been attending these classes night in and night out, you've been to school every night, right? And we talk about a whole bunch of conflicts, right? And we also give solutions. What is it's okay, Trooper Shakat said a resolving matter. A resolving matter. All right. A struggle. Oh, we have a struggle. That's right. Struggle. I want to get that sister a hand. A struggle. A conflict is I want to hear another word, right? But struggle, a fight, okay? All right. It is a fight. Give me an easy answer though, right? It is a fight. It is a disputation. It is a struggle. Give me an easier answer, right? What is a conflict? If I have a conflict with you, what is it? All right. If I have if I'm fighting with you, then we have a what? I just gave the answer away. What do we have if I have a fight with you? If I'm struggling with you, two differences. I like the disagreement. Okay, a problem. I'm just giving it to you, right? Right, a problem, right? Yes, disagreement. Yes, two differences, right? Yes, a struggle, right? And we're gonna expound on differences and struggles, right? But if you a so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indian, right, this class is for you. All right, this breakdown is for you. If I could, Baba Kashan, can I get 1 John 4:20? All right, because what goes along with brotherhood, right? I'm gonna give you the answer for the sake of time. Sisterhood, right? So even though this is a brotherhood class, right, this is also for the sisters as well. All right. So this is 1 John 4:20. If a man say, right? So it's given a physical person, a physical being. How about that? If a man say, I love the Most High, if I love God, right, and hateth his brother. So if a man say, I love God, right, and in addition to hate his brother, first of all, what is love? What is love? According to the Bible, the 1611 KJV, not the ESV, the NIV, what is love according to the Bible? What is love? What is love according to the Bible? All right, Trooper Shakat said order. You need a more easier answer than that, isn't it? Love is the commandments. That's right. Love is commandments. I know you meant to put I know you tried to type. I know you're trying to type, right? So love is the commandment. So if a man say, I love God, right, and we know the way that we supposed to love God as far as the law, statutes, and commandments, not philosophize or come up with a certain theory, right? We supposed to follow these commandments that the Most High set in order for us to do, right? And hateth his brother. So if you love God, right, I mean that you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, so-called, quote unquote, if you say you love God, and hateth his brother, you're not going to hang him from a tree. You're not gonna if you so much love if you so much love your brother, right? You're not gonna shoot him in the back, right? You're not gonna question them when walking out of a store and all they got is a bag of Skittles and an iced tea. You're not gonna put your knee on his neck. But you love God though, right? If you so call my brother, right? You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna hold a KKK rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, back in 2016-17. You're not gonna do that. Huh? If you so-called love your brother, if you so-called love God, because we know in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right? The way that you love God is follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So if you in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, nah, brother, you can't smoke that weed, man. Nah, brother, stop smoking them cigarettes. Nah, brother, you can't stop the meth, man. Right? Stop with the heroin. Right? Come on, bro. You can't be doing her, man. Or you can't be doing him. Right? That's showing love, correction. Right? Correction. That's how we show love. And that's according to the Bible. Not what Joel Osteen say, right? Not what he say, right? Not what these other philosophers say, right? What's the white that white preacher, that lady? I don't know. She look like a stud. She got the shortcut. Goddamn, it's gonna come back to me. Not what they say, not what the Presbyterians and the Lutherans and the Episcopals, right? And the Apostolic and the Baptists and the African Methodists, the Catholic Methodists, right? The Church of God in Christ, right? If you so, I'm gonna tell you how there's always a conflict, right? If you're a so-called Christian, why is it a white and black church? If you're a Christian, why can't you just everyone just be in the same church? If Christians just all one thing, why can't they sing the same songs? Why can't they have the same type of lesson being taught? How come every Sunday is a different lesson, a different meaning, a different theory, right? Right? So if a man say I love God and hate his brother, he is a liar. You was a liar. You a liar. If you so-called to be my brother, you put a knee on my neck. Right? You was a liar if you say you my brother and you dare gonna hang me from a tree called Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday. And you damn near persecuted her on her daggone hospital bed. Right? You is a liar if you say you my brother, if you want to spray me down with a hose and let a dog bite me because I just want to be a person. You is a liar because to you, I'm still a 3/5 of a person. You is a liar if you say that you're my brother or my sister. You're a liar. Right? That's why if you're a so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indian, right, you need to be a part of the Israelite School or Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Yohana. Because we've been breaking down this thing since 1969 and current. It's ongoing. Right? So if a man say, I love God, right, and hated his brother, he is a what? A liar. Right? For he that loveth not his brother, whom he have seen, I mean, like you see this person. So for this reason, the conjunction for means for this reason, for he that loveth not his brother, whom he have seen, how can he love God whom he have not seen? What that mean? What that mean? What that mean? For he that loveth not his brother whom he have seen, right? How can one love God whom he have not seen? Damn right, that brother said a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Right? For he that loveth not his brother whom he have seen, I mean, like you see me, right? How can he love God whom he have not seen? So if you see me and if you're a so-called Black, Latino, Native Indian, you physically see me and you see that I'm doing wrong, right? You see that I'm going on the right path, man, and you ain't gonna correct me. You ain't showing no love to me. It's bad enough I'm getting oppressed by the Donald Trumps and the Joe Bidens, even the Barack Obamas, and he's not Black, he's African. Right? The Andrew Jacksons, Trail of Tears. The Abraham Lincoln, when he slaughtered those Indians back in the Midwest in Minnesota, and the next year after he tried to say we're gonna give them a Thanksgiving. Huh? Come on, man. This is history. Right? We are getting oppressed by the so-called white man, right? The Edomite, so-called Edomite, the white man out there, right? We have to show love to one another. That's how we're going to build this kingdom. So when Christ come back and crack this goddamn sky and start unaliving you oppressors in under an hour, right? Then we're going to be in rulership. And we're going to talk about the struggle, and we're going to talk about the two differences, right? Right? But first, Baba Kashan, can I get Jeremiah 14:2, right? Jeremiah 14:2. Now, it's crazy because all these theologians, right, that so-called study the Bible, right? They should know that Christ is Black and the Most High is Black, right? And if you're in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, or if you're watching this, you ought to know that we believe, and that it's true, biblically proven, that the Most High is Black, that God is Black, and Christ is Black. Point blank, period. Sure. And your conflict is that you say, hey, color doesn't matter. He's not Black. He's just a spirit, or whatever the case you may want to say. Because your problem is that you don't want to pick color to a being, but you pick color to Christ and want us to say that it's right. That's what you did, right? Right? Because now we know that hating your brother is not keeping the law, right? Which means that what? You're hating God, right? Hating God is not keeping the law, right? The first law says that thou shalt not what? Serve other gods before me. That's what the first law say, right? So this God of the Christian church, his name is Caesar Borgia, right? He is a God that we is not supposed to serve, right? Caesar Borgia came along during the Renaissance era, the Renaissance period, right? When they whitewashed everything. Before the Renaissance era, the angels was Black, Christ was Black, Moses was Black, David was Black, Solomon was Black. I mean, even in the Bible, Songs of Solomon 1-5 says that I'm black and comely. I mean, color is in the Bible, right? Caesar, I'm gonna tell you who Caesar Borgia is. That's why it's important to come to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, so you would know exactly who that white person is that's hanging up in your grandmama living room, or that's hanging up in the Christian church, right? That's painted on them stained glasses or whatever the case may be, right? I'm gonna tell you who Caesar Borgia is, who that stringy white-haired figure is, right? That stringy haired figure is, right? Caesar Borgia is the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome, who unalived his father, right? One, had sex with his sister, right? And the homosexual lover of Leonardo da Vinci. Profaneness runs in their blood. Right? This is the God of the Christian church. The first sin was serving another God. So if you're in the Christian church, you commit the first sin of serving another God. That's Caesar Borgia. The second sin is, right, thou shalt not unalive. Right? Because Caesar Borgia, he unalive, you know what I'm saying? His what? His brother? Right? He unalived his father. Right? That's what Caesar Borgia did. And the third sin is fornication, which is unlawful with his love of Leonardo da Vinci. Right? This is how you hate your brother, right? Because our people took on the behavior of serving the God that you serve. But you want to call the brothers, the priests and officers in the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge liars, right? And they're up to no good and we should get a damn job, right? But the whole time you've been teaching us straight foolery. And let me tell you something about the brothers and sisters in the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge. We actually do have some good goddamn slavers. We call it slavery, right? We probably got more money than you. Probably stay in a bigger house, have a nicer car, right? We don't stay in a trailer park, right? We're not what you see on TV, man. We are actually intellectual individuals, stay in suburban areas, right? With nice things. Okay. So by serving the God of the Christian church, we this is what we do. We slander our ops. By being a Christian church, we slander on ops, on our ops. What's the op? Our so-called people we have beef with by being part of the Christian church. We slander on our ops. How? Because every time we slander on our ops, where's the funerals located at? Is in the Christian church. Right? As somewhere that they never probably been at, a pastor doing a eulogy over them that they probably never even seen or heard of, right? It seemed like through all the bad, the good tends to, the quote unquote good seems to want to trickle back to the Christian church, and you just tainting it even more, right? Because we adopted their customs, right? By indulging in the homosexual sex, unlawful sex, right? This is what happened when we serve the Christian God. That's why you have different denominations of LGBTQIA churches around. Barack Obama was the one that he was with LGBTQIA. He was the one that was with the law, was with the marriages. The brat had a marriage. She had a marriage ceremony, and your favorite, if you so-called black, you should know this guy. His name William Murphy. He has a church in Atlanta, Georgia. Speaking of Atlanta, Georgia, right? And the brat went to his church to have was it a wedding or you know what? It was a baptism. She was christening, quote unquote christening her baby with her wife Brisalda. Right? That's what happens when we adopt customs. That's what happens when we serve other gods. That's totally unlawful. And if you're a Christian pastor, you should know the book of Leviticus. I mean, goddamn. You know? That's what happens. Things get all confused. Confusion.
That's right.
Right? And serving this white God. You serve another God, man. Our God ain't white. Our God is black. He got woolly hair. Don't no white person got woolly hair. They got that stringy hair. They got their hair like it's on my eyebrows. Don't let that go over your head. Right? That's the type of hair they got. They don't got no no woolly hair, no fro. They skin won't burnt in the furnace and polished like brass and like it was burnt in the furnace. They ain't black. When something burns, it turns what color? Black. If something burns, it don't turn red or white. Well, I mean the ashes, but when it first is burned, right, is black. If you burn yourself, if you touch an iron or an oven and you burn your skin, it's going to turn black. Right? So let's get here to Jeremiah 14:2, right? Jeremiah 14:2. Okay. It says, Judah mourneth. Who is Judah? If you're in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you should know who Judah is. Who is Judah? He's a so-called black man. So-called black. Right? Right? In the I think black in the Hebrew is what? Kedar? Salakia? Kedar, Kedar, Kedar. Right? Right? Judah mourneth, right? He's the son of Israel. That's right, true Shakat. What does mourneth mean? What does mourneth mean? What does mourneth mean? Judah mourneth. First of all, this scripture is so heavy. Black, right? Come. Shachawar. Okay. Shachawar. Right? Chuba Shakat said in a bad state, calling out. That's what mourneth mean. That's right. Right? So what Jeremiah 14:2 is basically bringing it out is that first, it's telling you the color of Judah, right? And it's telling you the color of Adam. Let me keep going. So Judah mourning, meaning that what is in a bad state, and the gates thereof languish. What are the gates? Because we have a metaphor going on here. What are the gates? What are these gates? Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. Who are the gates? That's right, says Talbot, grieving or feeling sorrow. That's what mourneth mean. Right? My question is, but who are the gates though? Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. All right. Chuba Shakat said the soldiers, the head of the tribe. Not quite. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. Who are the gates? I'll take that, political people. I'll take that. Right? And to expound more on your answer, to give more season to your answer, right? Your Malcolm X's, your Martin Luther Kings, your Marcus Garvey, right? Your so-called leaders, man, your Dr. Umars, right? Right? The gates, right? So basically the gates are the people that was put in, quote unquote, that's put in place to try to lead the so-called the colored people. Those are the gates, right? Because if I have a gate, what does that mean? If I have a house and I have a gate separating my house from another house, what am I doing? If I build a gate and I have a house, and I build a gate between my house and my neighbor house, that's right, I have protection. I have protection if I build these gates, right? So those gates are supposed to be those. That's right, says Tom Boff. those gates are supposed to be the people that was put into place to protect the so-called colored people. The Malcolm X's, right? The Marcus Garvey, the Martin Luther King. If you even do some history on Martin Luther King, he did a interview, right? Right after that, oh, I have a dream. After us getting sprayed down with water hoses and bit by dogs and beat by them police poles, right? He later on did an interview. And he said, you know what? I believe I led my people into a burning house. What does that mean? What he's saying there? I believe I led my people into a burning house. Man. So he tried to lead us somewhere, but he led us into a burning house. Because we got what we wanted. Apparently. Apparently we got what we wanted. Right? But once we got what we wanted, we was led into a burning house. Right? What did he mean by that? Who thinking with me right now? I believe I led my people to a burning house. Right? I believe I led my people to a burning house. Right? What is that burning house? I'll give it to you for time's sake. That burning house is all the conflicts, all the problems. We adopted all the conflicts and the problems of America. We was led into that burning house. We was led into that beef. We was led to that beef with Russia, Iraq, right? That's why we have so many World War I and World War II vets. We was drafted in there, put on the front line, right? We was led to that burning house with the National Alliance Treaty Organization, right? We was led into the America's problems. And America said, you know what? Okay, they want to be equal with us. This is the way that we can get them. We could use them as bodies. Send their ass to the war. Take them away from their families. Right? Now they don't have a father in the house. So the woman's gonna need us. So I believe around that time, around the 70s, so like around the 70s times when Section 8 became a thing. It seemed like everything just worked out perfectly. Send them to wars. Are we gonna send them to the war? Okay, the man gone out of the house. So guess what? You really need us now. So no man in the house, Section 8. Right? Section 8, depend on us, depend on the government. Since that's what you want to do so bad. Since you want to be so equal to us, you still not equal to us. Because you still come to us for help. You come to Egypt for help, man. Right? So Judah mourning and the gates thereof language, our leaders that's put in place, man, are being destroyed. They being destroyed, man. They not no type of protection for us, man. And guess what? We got some color in here. They are black unto the ground. They are black into the ground. Right? And the crowd of Jerusalem has gone up. So Jeremiah 14:2, right? Is telling you the color of Judah, and it's telling you the color of Adam Adam was taken out of the ground, right? What color is the ground? Dark brown. It's not talking about clay. Nothing grows in clay, right? What color is clay? The same color as the so-called white people, man. Right? Adam wasn't made out of clay. He was made out of the ground. Right? That's what the word Adam comes from. Adam comes from the Hebrew Adamus. The Hebrew word Adamus, right? Which means from earth. That's why he was named Adam. Right? So Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. It's telling you that Judah mourneth, right? It's recapping, right? Which is the Jews, and the gates thereof languish, meaning that there is no progress, no protection, right? The gates represent the leadership, right? Right? So color is in the Bible. The Jews are black, right? The Jews are black. For example, let me get since we're here, let's get Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, Baba Kashah. Right? The Bible is very thorough when it comes to characteristics. Right? If you know anything about indirect characterization and direct characterization, right? You would, first of all, if you know anything about characterization, you know that characterization is something that's being described, right? So that's just like saying if somebody remind you of somebody, right? Man, you know, you act just like so and so. Just by your characteristics, is describing you as something. Right? That's characterization. The Bible has a lot of indirect and direct characterization. Right? Direct characterization is basically saying you look like this. Right? Indirect characterization is basically describing something, right? Describing something in a way that something looks like. Well, in here, in Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, is being very direct. The characterization is very direct. Now, so like, sir, if I'm wrong, Solomon is the son of David, right? I'm just trying to make sure I'm okay. Okay. Songs of Solomon, he say what? I am black. David, that means David had to be black, right? I am black, right? And this another conflict that we have too. So-called white men, they hate on us because we just like that. We them ones. How? Because I am black but comely. Yeah, I'm black, but I'm comely. That means what? I'm beautiful, man. Right? He's very cocky right here when he says this. I mean, if you want to, sidebar, right? I am black but comely. He's very conceited, if I may say. Right? I am black but comely. Oh, ye daughters. Right? Oh, ye daughters. Right? As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon, right? Come, daughters, come on. I'm black and comely. Let me be your husband. Right? Come on now. Right? So the conflict is that first, that the conflict is always going to be between the so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians and that's right, True Chicago, trying to book something. right? You know what I'm saying? Try to book something, rock with me, right? FWM, if y'all know what that means, right? So the conflict is that, right? Is that we adopted, right, the customs of the white man, right? So the conflict is that conflict became a conflict with the Most High, because the Most High said, "Don't serve no other God before me," right? So that's the first conflict. Two, right? The second conflict is that of us, right? The reason why Judah is mourning, the reason why we are still mourning to this day, right, is because we relied on the so-called leadership, right, to provide us some type of protection, and it always fails, right? Two, right? And the third conflict is that the Bible describes the important people in the Bible. The Bible describes us as black, and we're black and comely, right? So if I could, let me get but the first conflict didn't just start here. The first conflict started way back in Genesis, right? It started way back in Genesis, right? Let me get Genesis. Let me get a Jacob and Esau story. Genesis, I know it's 20, 29. No, this is 25. And hold on. Yeah, let me see. Make sure Genesis, because this is where the conflict first started, right? Genesis 25 and up, and okay, let me get Genesis 25 and 21. Let's get that. Let's start there. Genesis 25 and 21. Right? So this is how it all began. All right. This is how it all began. We know Isaac's the son of Abraham. Right? All right. We know Isaac is the son of Abraham. And Isaac was not the firstborn. Isaac was not the firstborn of Abraham. Ishmael was. Right? But the promise was given to Isaac. Right? To that seed. So this is Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife. What is Isaac doing? He entreated. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife. What is that saying? Right? And Isaac entreated. Bargaining. Okay. Not give me another word besides bargaining. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife. Right? He entreated. It's not so much of bargaining. Right? It's not so much of bargaining. Right? It's not so much a speak with. I'll take speak with. Okay. All right. Pleaded. Right. That's right. Pleaded. Okay. Damn right. Get that sister hand. So, and Isaac pleaded with the Most High for his wife. Why? Why he plead? Because she was barren. What does that mean? She was barren. Right? Because she was barren. What does that mean? She was barren. And it's important to know this because this is how we get the hecklers. Sure. Right? This is how we get the ones that just want to just spam us. Right? This is the truth right here. She was not pregnant. That's not what barren means. Barren does not mean pregnant. Right? Right? It does not mean pregnant, but good shot. Right? Good shot. I'll take it. But it's not the answer. Right? She was barren. Right? What does barren mean? And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife. He pleaded with her. Right? He pleaded with her. Oh, yeah. Right? Right? That's right, Sister Talboth. Unable to bear children. Damn right, Sister Raya. Unable to have a child. Get him, sister, the hand. That's what barren means. She was closed up, man. Right? Right? And the Most High was entreated with him. Right? So just like his father, he chose a woman that was barren. Talk about Isaac. He chose Rebecca, right? That was barren, right? And her womb was closed up. Just like who? Sarah. Abraham, Sarah, right? Isaac prayed unto the Lord, right? Right? So let's get verse 22, right? Now, so with this, with Isaac praying, pleading with the Most High said, okay, here you go. Now, this is where things get sticky, start to get a little sticky, right? And the children, dumb as hell. And the children, Rebecca was too young to conceive, dumb as hell. And the children struggled. Go ahead,
Right.
Right.
This is the problem. People don't understand the definition of words.
Mm-hmm.
Scripture clearly says that she was barren. Barren. And we got heckler in the chat that says she was too young to conceive.
Too young to
That's
conceive.
not what barren means. It's not what barren means. Incapable of producing offspring, usually especially females or matings.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet or recently pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Producing talks about vegetation. But my whole point is, barren is not like a child isn't barren. You don't know whether a child is barren.
You don't know. You don't know.
They haven't matured yet.
And Salaki, if I could.
Please.
But the so-called person might know if the child is barren or not yet, because there's so much of a predator, right? And they like the SA young children, right? That's what they like to do.
Right.
Yeah. You like to be so much of a predator. Even Donald Trump, the Epstein files, them predators, they like children. So maybe you may know if a young kid is able to conceive or not.
Right.
Because you have a history of messing with young little children. That is in your blood. You are profane.
So conceiving with 3-year-olds is directly from the Amalekites' Talmud.
Exactly. So you wouldn't know. Know what I'm saying? about this. But we in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we do it the right way.
That's right.
Right? All right. So, and the children struggle. This is going on right now. And the children struggle together within her. Right? Damn right, Officer Yabakar. Right? I mean, Salaki, Yagadar, Salaki. The Amalekites are unaliving children and infants in Gaza right now by the hundreds of thousands. That's what your people are doing, so-called oppressor. That's what y'all doing. But anyway, and the children struggle together within her. Right? They're struggling. Right now, someone that's trying to modernize this text will say, "Oh, they having Braxton Hicks." That's what that is all about. That's what Braxton Hicks came from. No. See, and the children struggle together within her. And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus? If I'm meant to be pregnant, right? If I'm meant to conceive, if you pleaded with the Most High for me to conceive, why am I having a struggle within me right now?
Right.
It should be an easy flowing pregnancy, right?" And she went to inquire of the Most High. She went to inquire. She went to do what? What she went to do then? Inquire. What she mean? What she went to do? Because she pregnant and she fed up. And then I don't know if it's a lot of women in here, a lot of sisters in the school that don't have children. I can imagine the type of attitude and the type of vibes you had when you was pregnant and just miserable. Right? Right? And she went to went for counsel. Okay. You brother, you using all the right verbiage. So you won't be wrong. Right? And brother, I gotta give that brother a hand, right? Using all the right verbiage, right? She went for counsel. She went for counsel, right? Question, right? She went to question, right? Right? Like, why am I thus? Why is this happening to me, right? So the seek an answer, right? Damn right. This is Bob. Right? So she was pregnant, right? Not only she was pregnant with one child, right? It says children, so that means plural. She was pregnant with two, right? More than one, right? Right? So the question is, why is the children struggling together within her? Right? That's what she's trying to inquire. That's what she's trying to question. Right? Can you imagine the pain that she's going through? Right? These children were at war with one another in her womb. Right? Right? Take me to verse skip down to verse 25. Oh, Slack, let me go to verse 20. Let's go to the verse after that. Slack it. So is that 23? Yeah, come on. Let me see that verse after that. 23. Oh, yeah, this is what I need right here. Slack. I'm gonna skip over the top door. All right. So, and the Most High, right? After she went to go plead, she went to go question, went to go inquire, went to go get that counsel, right? And the Most High said unto her, two nations, all right, two nations, two nations are in thy womb, right? Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. right? That's what's going on right now. Okay. Two different manners, right? So, and two manner of people. What does that mean? Two manner of people. What does manner mean? Right? The Most High answered and said, well, it's two nations in thy womb. Two nations. Right? And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Manner. What do you mean by that? Two manner of people. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Two manner of people. Characters. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you characteristics. How about that? You said characters, and you right there. Who did Sister Rod said, damn right, you Shakat. You said characters. I'm gonna expound on your word, characteristics. I give you that. Sister Rod said two distinct types of people. If we somehow are in the same womb with each other, right? Even if it's say we have a twins. Say you have twins, right? If you have twins, right? They're gonna if you have identical twins, right? They're gonna what? They're gonna look alike, right? They might have the same facial features. They might even talk the same. They grew up. What's the Tina and what's some twins? Tina and Tamara, right? Like they are damn near look alike, have some of the same manner. They're not different from each other at all, right? They have the same type of mannerisms, right? But the Most High is giving a distinction right here. He said, two nations are in thy womb, are in your womb, and two men, mean that there's two different types of people in your womb, and shall be separated from your bowels. Yeah, right. And the one people, the Most High is answering her, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. That's the problem right there. Jealousy right there, right? The so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians, we are naturally just strong, right? We are naturally just strong, right? We can live, and definition just comes to our bodies as we live. We don't need to take any type of steroids, being any type of bodybuilding type of bodybuilding type of thing, right? We don't need to take shots in our gluteus maximus, right? We don't need to do that, right? And even when we stop working out, right, you can tell that we have some type of definition, right? When the white man start working out, it just becomes all flabby. We get ours right back. We are naturally better, right? And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, so if someone is an elder, that means that they are what? Older than you. So if you had twins, right, and the doctor pulls out the first baby, right, and the second baby comes out 3 minutes or 2 minutes later, well, that first baby is older than the second baby by 2 minutes, by 1 minute, by 1 second, right? He's the elder. He's the oldest. So, and the elder shall serve the younger. Let me get verse 24 about Deshaun. I gotta get here. I gotta get. I gotta get here, right? And after right? She got this, right? After she got this this answer, right? And when her days to be delivered, verse 24, right? Right? This how you and when her days, Slacky, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her tomb, in her womb, Slacky. These were the days before the ultrasound, right? Twins was in her womb, right? Let me get verse 25, Baba Kashan. Because we're gonna break down this conflict. There's always gonna be a conflict. And here we go. Now we get the characterization, right? Now we're getting a direct characterization, in fact. And the first came out red. We have color. So far, we covered black, the color black, and the color red. Right? So, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, red and hairy. And they called his name Esau. Esau, that's his name. Verse 26, Baba Kashan. Who is the red man on the planet Earth? Let's answer that question. Who is the red man on the planet Earth before I even go to verse 26? Slide. Right? Take a quick break. Who is the red man on this planet Earth?
I guess I should ride with Lex.
They talk about my it's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get the dawn right, get another legacy. If you gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree.
All right. Who are the red people on the planet Earth? Who are the red people? The white man. Damn right, you Chicago. The white man, the damn devil. Call him a waste. That's right. Esau means waste. Trump. Damn right, Yabakar. The kiwi, the red. Right. They are red. How do we know they red? Well, when a white man laugh all hard, they turn what? Red. When you smack them in the face, when you smack them in the head, right? What color they turn? Red. 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 That's what the red people are. They're not white. They're not white people. This, I'm gonna show you the color white. This is considered white. Without these dark lines, this color is white. That's white. Right? That's white. Right? They are red. They are the red people of the planet Earth, man. They are red. Right? And after this, now this is verse 26. Right? Genesis 25 and verse 26. And after that came out, okay, and after that came his brother out. Right? So we know Esau is the what? He's the elder. So after that came, right, his brother out. So after Esau came his brother. And his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Right? And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried them. Now, why is Jacob not described? This is pivotal. Why is Jacob not described? Why was Jacob not described? Oh, Yagadar said Esau came out looking Esau came out looking strange, like Tales from the Crypt. Right. Okay, Chicago, you say he was regular. What you mean by that? He was regular. What you mean by that? He was regular. You got, bro, you got to give give me more. What you mean he was regular? You got to break this down like I don't what you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. He was regular. Right? And his name was called Jacob. Why was Jacob not described? Esau was described as red and hairy. Well, why was Jacob not described? That is pivotal. That is important to tonight's breakdown, man. That's important to there's always going to be a conflict. Why? Why is Jacob not described, but Esau is? Why? He says, Ross said he looked like, okay, so talk about because he came out looking like it. God damn. All right. Y'all coming with it. Y'all coming with it. Oh, I think I saw the answer. Chicago. A brown man. Right? A shade of brown like the dirt. Right? He looked like God, so it's implied. Well, we don't know how God looked like yet. Right? Because he came out looking like everyone else. That's the damn right. So all these are good answers, right? All these are great answers, right? But he came out looking like everyone else. That's the only time you're going to describe somebody else, because they not coming out looking like everybody else. Everybody else was what? Dark. And he coming out looking red and hairy. That characterization is an important piece. That is important. You cannot overlook that. You cannot philosophize that. Right? Let me get verse 27, Baba Kashan. Because we're going to work our way through this hill. All right. And the boys grew. This is verse 27. And the boys grew. Right? The boys grew. Now we fast forward it. Okay. And Esau was a cunning hunter. Right? Your Duck Dynasty. Your swamp lords. You know, people that like the dirt. They like to go out and hunt and do all this hunting. Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with hunting, right? But these are the characteristics of how Esau was described. He was a cunning hunter. He was a man of the field. He liked that grass. Here's this is the Most High already. This is the prophecy come into play, because earlier in this chapter, he told Rebekah, like, hey, there's a struggle between two nations in your womb. Two manners of separate people will come out of thy bowels. And here is what exactly he is. This is what the prophecy is actually coming out to light, right? And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. All right, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, right? The one in them tents. He was chill. Know what I'm saying? He about to go out there and get dirty. Know what I'm saying? You know, I'm playing the crib, bro. You know? All right. Let me go to verse 28, Baba Kashaw. If I could. And Isaac loved Esau because he did not eat of his venison. Oh, Slacky, but he did. Because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. Now, let's not get it twisted, right? You cannot, and this is a distinction that a lot of philosophers or theologians want to come up with, that, okay, Isaac had a favorite and Rebekah had a favorite. No, they were parents, right? They were parents. So they love their children. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm just love this one more than the other. Da, 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 da. No, I mean, you know, if you have kids right now, right? Your kids that you have, right? They are the same manner of kids, right? But it's something special about them that you like. It's something special about them that you love, right? I love the artistic side of my son. I love the outgoing side of my daughter. I like, these are special characteristics, right? That I love. Well, Isaac said, well, I love Esau because, you know, he get the meat. He bring the venison in, right? Right. But Rebekah just loved Jacob. He was the mama's boy, you know. Prime example, my son, you know, right now, you know, he loved his mama. He cleaved to his mother, right? That's what they do. That's just what it is, right? It's not no, oh, it's a favorite type of thing going on. No, it's just being described. This is just being described. This is being the characteristics of this being described, right? Go to verse 29, Baba Kashaw. And Jacob, right? And Jacob sawed pottage, right? And Jacob sawed pottage, right? And Esau came from the field, and he was faint, right? He was faint. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. Let me get verse 30, Baba Kashaw. And Esau said to Jacob, right? Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage. If the pottage is red, what does that mean? If the pottage is red, what does that mean? And this is going to go more into the characteristics of Esau, of the so-called white man. This is how you're going to understand the conflict more. This is like the basics. This is the basics 101, right? Damn right too, Shakat. Shit is raw, so like it. It's raw, right? Damn right, says Tall Bob. It was raw and bloody. That right there describes the white man. That's right. No, make my steak bloody. I need to see the blood. Make it rare. I don't want it medium rare. I want it rare. So, like, I remember one story that Officer Matanza was telling me, right, that he was cooking, right? And when I think he was cooking a steak or something like that. And when you cook the steak, I guess it was too well done for the liking.
No, it's like this when I was at I was at a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And we got the order to make the steak rare, and then the waiter came back. I was on the grill, and he said, you know, the customer was like, you know, I want it really rare. Because everybody else messes it up.
Right.
They overcook it.
Right.
So my whole goal was to get this thing sent back.
Now, Salaki, sir, if I could. How can you overcook rare? But proceed.
Well, extremely rare.
All right.
Yeah. My goal was to undercook it.
Right. Right.
And so I put it on each side, maybe 10 seconds on the grill. Rolled it because it was pretty thick. When I sent it out, it was a pool of blood. And I waited because I was like, I know this thing is coming back.
Right.
15, 20 minutes later, they came back with compliments to the chef.
Dang.
Same thing I said.
And that describes the characteristics. That describes your bloodline, white man. You always like the rare meat. Right? This is who you are. Your skin tone is undercooked. You're not completely well done. Right?
That's right.
You're not fully established in them. That's why you do dumb stuff. That's why you're stupid. Right? So in Esau and sidebar, if you look, Captain Natazak, he has videos about the form of all things. Right? The white man ain't create everything. He has a total. If you go on our ISUPK Virginia page, right, and you will see the form of all things EP. He's breaking down everything that the black man done made.
That's right.
The white man ain't a creator of nothing. He's just a vagabond. Right? That's all he is. Oh man, I'm gonna go deep into that. So, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Right? Therefore, his name called Edom, which means what in the Hebrew? Red. Red. You're red, man. I don't know why the crayons, the red color is called red. It should be called Edom.
Right.
We should have Hebrew crayons to discuss. I think the only color I would have is black and red.
That's it. Right. I forgot what comedian it was. I want to say maybe it was Eddie Griffin. I don't know who it was. He was like, how is it that white people call black people colored people? Because we pretty much have the same color no matter what.
Right.
Well, you know how we feeling, but white people get red.
Right.
They get sick, they get green.
Dang.
Hold their breath too long, they turn blue.
Dang.
I mean, it was a ton. They said they green with even when they sick, they'll get green in the face.
Damn right.
I mean, who got all the colors? The damn shit like that.
Yeah. Calm. You're right. I mean, goddamn. The Most High called you red. Right? That's in your bloodline, man. So what kind of meat was it? It was rare meat. That's how you like your meat, white man. You like it rare. The Most High made that into your system that you will like your meat rare because you're rare. Right? Now, if you could, can you take me to the New Testament? All right, let's go to Hebrews 12 and 16. Right? This is going to expound more on this. Right? We're in the New Testament now. Hebrews 12 and 16. Right? Right? Hebrews 12 and 16. We're going to expound on this, right? So Hebrews 12 and 14 says what? Lest there be any fornicator, right? Oh, then over here, Salakia. All right. Hebrews 12 and 16 says, lest there be any fornicator, right? Why is that calling your people fornicators? Why is that calling the so-called white man fornicator? We're building on Genesis 25, and what we stopped at 28, 29, whatever the case, 30. We're expounding on that, right? Lest there be any fornicator, right? Because you're not righteous. You're a fornicator, white man, because you're not righteous. That's why. Right? Now take me back to Genesis 25 and 29. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of skip. I'm gonna do a whole hippity hopping real quick. Right?
So is it Genesis 25
and 25 and 29 about Shah. Right? We have to have a distinction between the two. We have to bring this thing together, right? Right? Because ain't nothing new under the sun, right? So, and Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint, right? Let me take me to verse 30, Baba Kashan, if I could. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee." Okay, the one, Salaki. Right? It's all right. Because we got to bring this thing together. All right? We got to bring this thing together. Right? We're going to bring it back together. 25 and 30. That's right. I'm up. We good? All right. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." Therefore, his name was called Edom. Is there another verse after that? I want to get to that. And Jacob said, there we go. This is 31. And Jacob said, "Okay, this ain't no trick." Right? And that's another thing. A lot of these theologians or whatever these hecklers want to say, well, he tricked them. How can you trick somebody from red meat? How can you trick somebody on that? He let you know this is red pottage. Like, bro, you want this red pottage? He said, "Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, how bad do you want it then?" Esau was like, "I want this shit. I want this shit real bad." Right? So Jacob said, "Okay, all right. Well," and Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." You ain't have to take it. You could have said, "Hey, no, I'm gonna wait till it's done." You know what I'm saying? "Oh, no. You ain't about to do me like that, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You ain't even, come on, dude." It wanted to come on, bro. Come on, dude, right there.
That's right.
Right? And Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." Is there any more on that?
Scripture.
What 32 say? And Esau said, "Behold, I am thy." Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die. I'm willing to die over this red meat. I'm about to die, man. Just give it to me, dude. Just lay it on me." Pause. Heavy pause, right? Right? It goes saying, "And what profit shall this birthright do to me?" Right?
There's a lot here.
Uh-huh.
This is a heavy scripture, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you so hungry. You so hungry.
That's right.
You said, what profit shall this birthright do to me? Your birthright is
everything.
It's everything. It's your lineage. It's your heritage. It's supposed to be all of that. But again, this is Esau. He don't give a damn about his forefathers or his children. All he cares about is his lust, what he can put in his gullet, what he can satisfy by what he wants for his desires right now. And that's the same thing that's happening right now.
God damn. And you know what? If I could, I've been very, very hungry before. I've been very, very like I'm starving. You know, but I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna be weak. I'm gonna lay on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just like, oh, I'm gonna just die. Ah, I'm going away. Right? I'm gonna wait. Know what I'm saying? I mean, how much longer could the venison have taken? I mean, it didn't give a certain time on how long. It wasn't just say he just put it in there. You know, he just said it's still red right now. Right? So it could have been done in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Like, bro, just hold on. Look, give me 5-10 minutes, bro. I got you. He's all like, man, hell nah, give me that right now. I need it right now today.
It's a lock, if I can say one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Most High Christ, the Jacob.
Right?
The water.
Uh-huh.
The water, Yanquab.
Yanquab.
Damn right. Damn right. Get the damn birthright involved.
Let's get the birthright. Right? This ain't no trick. I'm not getting you while you weak. I mean, you weak, but I mean, you got the right to say no, like, nah, bro. I mean, it ain't like he ain't gonna give you some. You gonna get some. You gonna get some food. He ain't just Jacob just ain't making that just for him. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get some. Right? And what prophet shall this birthright do to me? Is there any more on that? Verse 33, Salaki. And Jacob said, oh, is it up?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 33, and Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob over some red meat. Now, wait a minute now. Now, you know how we like to folly with our brothers and sisters, right? Like we like to play along. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was like Jacob was like, let me see how far I can go with this. He could have been like playing with him, like, I'm gonna just see, like, oh, he really serious. Oh, like this joke. He could have said anything else less serious. Like Jacob, man, I don't want to make any assumptions, but Jacob probably was like, bro ain't gonna sell his birthright. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like you know I'm overdoing it right now. Know what I'm saying? But you know, you that low, bro. Well, all right, let's keep going with it then. Let's see how far I can get. Let's see how far I can go. Right? And Jacob said, swear to me. Swear to me. Damn right, True God said, swear him on it, right? Swear him on it. Right? Like, bro, swear. Swear on it. Now let me check your hands, check your feet. You ain't crossing that. All right. And he swear unto him straight face. And Jacob sold his birthright. I mean, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob over some red pottage. And you mad at us?
It's a lot, if I could.
Uh-huh.
And this is who Esau is.
This is who Esau is.
You're gonna be mad. You did it.
You did it.
And you're gonna be mad at me. That's just like, they upset, you know, with the northern tribe.
Mm-hmm.
They upset with Issachar, they upset with Manasseh, they upset with the Cuban. All y'all is flooding America with drugs.
Right.
You're drug addicts. That's why.
That's right.
Because as Dave Chappelle said, white people love.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In the 80s,
damn right.
White people love cocaine.
Damn right.
It's not that they're flooding America with drugs. It's that there's a market for it because you got damn drug. But then you mad.
Then you mad. This is what you did, and Truth Chicago said, and the Lord witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord probably was on some shit like. Hey, look, if I could, you know, it would have been the most I could have stopped it. Can I say how? Okay. When Abraham went and took Ishmael, right? Up, right? And he was about to unalive Ishmael. Slakin. I said that last time, I think. Isaac, Slakin. I mean to say Isaac. When I was about to say Ishmael. When Abraham took Isaac, right? And he was about to unalive Isaac, right? And as he was about to unalive Isaac, angel, right, said, Abraham. He said it one time. Abraham. He said it 2 times. At that second time, Abraham was like, oh. And he stopped it, if you know the story between that. So the Most High could have intervened. He could have sent an angel. Right? But the Most High was like, damn. Well, all right. This ain't no trick. So now if I could go back to Hebrews 12 and 16. Right? It could have been stopped. That's how you know we're the Most High chosen people. Right? He wouldn't have let that happen if we wasn't chosen. He would have let it happen if we wasn't chosen. Right? So this is Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person. What does it mean to be a profane person? Profane. Right? Or profane person, for time's sake, right? A profane person is a LGBTQIA person, a homo, right? A bi and a trisexual, whatever the case you want to call it, right? That is a profane person, right? You're a profane thing, right? That's what your Europeans are. That's what your Europeans are, right? You're profane people, right? How can you be righteous? You're a profane people to the Most High. You're not no righteous people. And to be honest, you're not even the real Europeans. Right? If you did your research on the Russian icons, right? You're not the real Europeans. Right? So you and your people and your priests are a bunch of profane people. Your Catholics, your pastors, your bishops, your archbishops, your evangelists, your missionaries, your whatever you want to title, your apostles, whatever titles you want to put on your profane people, your fornicators, right? You're unrighteous. You're not righteous, right? And you don't have a thing to do with this Bible, right? And it goes on to say, as Esau, right? So you know who this is talking about. The scripture's talking about Esau, right? So lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, put a name on it, being direct, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For a morsel of meat. Rare meat sold his birthright. Right? The Most High made you do that, right? Because the birthright was supposed to go to Jacob. And we just talked about it in Genesis 25 and 30 what? And 30 something. I don't want to butcher it. Right? We just talked about it. Right? Now, with this being said, if you could, Baba Kushan. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, it's a lie.
Uh-huh.
Just it's so heavy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The word that, and I know exactly where you were going with the definition of profane.
Uh-huh.
I just looked it up in the Merriam-Webster.
Uh-huh.
It said the first definition is to treat something sacred with abuse, irreverence, contempt, or to desecrate.
Damn.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Now, when I look up sacred,
right,
it says dedicated or set apart for the service or worship of a deity.
It's profane.
Who is set apart to serve the Most High? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Damn right.
And the white man treats us.
Uh-huh.
What's the word?
Profane.
He treats us with abuse.
Ooh.
Irreverence and contempt.
Ooh. You own something here.
Listen.
He does. No, Salaki. I mean, Thawad. Get Thawad. That piece of property, right? He does. Abuse. So much so, he would like to hang us. He likes seeing us hung from a tree. He likes that. He likes to see us, going starving. He likes to see us coming to them for help. Abuse. Put a knee on our necks. Tase us and shoot us. And he likes that. He feeds on that. License and registration. I'm stopping you because your tail light is out. Tail light work. It smells like marijuana here. It don't smell like no marijuana. You disobeying the lawful order. Get out the car. What order that? What did I do wrong? Just get out the car. That's the police. That's supposed to be our protection. That's supposed to be our gate, right? Lest there be.
I think there's a certain level of power that they thrive off of. I saw a video earlier today where there was a truck driver pulled over because the company requires that basically their truck shuts off for them to have 10 hours.
Right. They can't go over certain hours. And
Officer pulled the driver over.
Right.
When the driver got out, he said, "I need you to move your vehicle."
Right.
And he said, "I can't. The system
it shuts off."
And he said, "So are you disobeying a law?" He says, "Well, no, I'm following federal guidelines. My truck won't start. I can't start my truck." And he was arrested because he didn't follow a law.
And the watch this for that. Yeah. But that just explain how rare they are. They're not fully done. They're stupid. Because if you knew something about what he was trying to tell, you would know, like, okay, this does happen. You know what I'm saying? It could just be like, well, hey man, next time, if you know this is about to happen, pull over and park so you don't have to be on the side of the road or versus throwing your weight around. That's what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So that right there just shows how profane and stupid that the white man is, the Edomite is. Sure. Right? If I could, can you tell me the Obadiah 1? Right? Right now I'm going to go to the book of Obadiah and prove that they are the Edomites. Right? Prove that these red people are the Edomites. Right? Let's go to Obadiah, right? No. Let's go to go to verse 3. Right? Obadiah 1 and 3. Oh, okay. So, all right. Obadiah 1 and 3. Right? So the pride of thine heart. Am I up? We good? Right. This is Obadiah 1 and 3. So we're gonna expound on this, man. We're gonna prove that these are the Edomites. The Esau is the Edomites that the Bible speaks of. Right? Right? We're gonna prove that the white man is a so-called Edomite. Right? The white man is Esau, a waste. Right? And we all all right, we back in. Back in there. All right, we back in. All right, we back in. If I could, let's go to verse. When you share this, Bob Kashad, let's go to verse 1. I want to come on, Con. I'm gonna just read a little bit of verse 1, and then I'm gonna skip down to 3. All right, because we gotta understand Obadiah is talking about. Okay, we up. So this is Obadiah 1 and 1. This is the vision of Obadiah. Right? We good? This is the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Most High Power concerning who? Edom. Right? Edom, the red people. Right? Now, if I could we skip to verse 3? Let me get a one West in the chat. If you can hear me, if everybody back in here, get a 1 in the chat, a 1 in the chat. All right, let me get the 3 of you a heckler. All right. I want to make sure you still in here too. Know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing that y'all you coming in here. I like it. I'm loving the fact that you guys are coming in here, right? Because we get to talk stuff back to each other, right? So I like it. Know what I'm saying? All right. So this is Obadiah 1 and 3. All right. So we know that Obadiah 1 and 1 is talking about Edom, right? So this is Obadiah 1 and 3. So this is the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. All right. So this is the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, right? Right. So this is your nation. This is your nation of you're prideful of being homosexuals and predators. That's the pride of your heart. Damn, that's why you probably called it Pride Month. You're prideful to show yourself, to show your true colors. You're prideful to show that. You want to show that you are a homosexual, or a bisexual, or a trisexual, a quadrilateral, or whatever the case you may be. All right, whatever math you want to call yourself. All right, right. So this is about your nation, right? This is about your nation of homosexual and predators, right? However, you're going to be destroyed, right? This is the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, right? You dwelled in the caves, right? What was those caves called? The Caucasus Mountains, right? What did they call you? So-called white people, Caucasians, right? Right? Why are they calling you Caucasians? Because you came out of the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. That's why. Right? Notice throughout history, right? And that damn Jesse Jackson, right? If you look on a job application and everything, the black race went from Negro, black, African American, color. Oh, no, at first it was color. So like it was color. Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying? But it always was Caucasian.
Oh, excellent. Excellent point.
It always was Caucasian. Because you know where you came from. You know it. But you want to keep renaming us. Because we adopted your customs. So at your will, at your hand, we just was anything. But you know who you are. You're a Caucasian. And you know you came from the Caucasus Mountains out of Georgia, Russia. You know that. Right? What does the word Caucasian mean? A cave dweller. That's who you are. A cave dweller. Them high skyscrapers. Right? You like to stay in them. You like that. Right? Right? And why were you in the cave? Oh, man. I'm going to tell you why were you in the cave. Why was Esau only described and not Jacob? Because what? What we say? They want normal, yeah, and because why was Esau described and Jacob wasn't? It wasn't normal. Esau was described as red and hairy, but Jacob wasn't described because what? He was already, for the time's sake, he was brown. He was regular. Well, I don't want to say he was regular. I'm going to give more context. He was black. He looked like everyone else. Right? Well, Esau was described because he didn't look like everyone else. Right? So now, why? The question is why these Caucasians dwelt in clefts of a rock. Why were they in caves? Why? Why were they in caves? Why were they in caves? Why? Why were they in caves? Why were they not on the land? Why were they in caves? Come on, white man. Why were you in caves? Why was you in the Caucasus Mountain? Why was you in the Caucasus Mountains? I was younger than quarantine human virus. Sister Rod said because the sun burned them and they need to be separate. Yeah. Hidden from the sun. Okay. More though. More than just getting out the sun. Right? I mean, yeah, that's the reason why these white people go and get suntan and everything. There's a reason why the white people is the number one race to get skin cancer. That's right. Because their skin cannot handle the heat. But you're not just going to go in the cave just to go in the damn cave. Nobody, Sister Ryan said, nobody wanted them around. Okay. Nobody wanted them around, which means that what? They ass was forced to go in the goddamn cave. The dark people forced their ass to goddamn go in the cave. Dark people have the colored people, right? Had power in the Bible at some point in time. Get your ass on, man. Then we're gonna put you on here, right? Okay, well, let me get and because the dark nations rounded you up and put you in the caves because you got leprosy. Take me to Job 30:3. Let's prove it. Let's prove it. Let's prove that you ran them, that you was forcing them caves. Right? Let's prove that you was strong armed in them caves. The Most High did say that the stronger would be, won't be stronger than the other. Right? Right? So this Job 30:3, for want and famine, they were solitary. Right? They were alone. They were solitary for want and famine. They were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness. Right? It's talking about you so-called white people. Right? Fleeing into the wilderness. In former time, desolate and waste. The cave was desolate and waste. Take me to verse 4, Baba Kasha. Who cut up mallows by the bushes, right? You were eating up all the leaves of the tree. Who cut up mallows by the bush? You eating up all the leaves of the tree. You was that in need for want and famine, and you was solitary. What does solitary confinement mean? You by your goddamn self. You alone. Right? You ain't had nothing. So what you do? Who cut up mallows by the bushes? You was eating off the tree, man. Right? It won't no red meat around. Right? Right? That's what you ate. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. That was your meat. That was your food. Right? Let me get to verse 5, Baba Kasha. Here we go. Here we go. They were driven forth from among men. We drove your ass in them caves, man. K ass on, man. We had you for want and for famine and solitary. You had to eat up off the daggone trees for meat. Yeah. I believe that's probably the first vegetarian. You was eating the veggies, man. That's probably what we got. I don't know. I got to do my research. You probably was the first vegetarian because you was forced into eating it. They were driven forth from among men. Right? You didn't go into the caves on your own. Right? You were driven by the dark races because you have leprosy and still do. Your skin color is leprosy. Right? That's why some of you conscious and unconsciously, right, try to get a tan, right? Because you know you have been cursed. They were driven forth from among men. You weren't driven, there weren't no cars back then. You was driven forth from among men. Right? Right? So you were driven to the caves, right? You were driven out because of because you're a nation of perverts and thieves. It say they cried after them as after a thief. Right? You were driven out because of your nation of perverts, right? And thieves. You're the criminals. You so-called white people are the criminals, right? You haven't changed one bit. When you came out of the cave, you started your criminal acts all over again. Was Christopher Columbus. Great example. You started your criminal acts all over again. Right? Transatlantic slave trade. All over goddamn again. You probably have some time to think in them caves like, well, this how we're going to do it this time. Right? Thieves, criminal minds. Right? That's how you got America. Right? That's how you got the Middle East. That's how you got Africa. That's how you got in Europe. Europe is not your homeland. Dark people were living in Europe all throughout Europe. Right? You got in there and pushed them out into the islands and the seas, like the Polynesian Islands and like the Aborigines. They used to live on the mainland. You're a criminal. You're a vagabond. Right? Let me get one in the chat if you understand what's going on. And that's why it's always going to be a conflict. It's always going to be a conflict, right? Because the white man don't know his place. Right. And there's always going to be a conflict because you go against them. Well, so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indians, and the ISUPK, we go against them all the time. Right? So there's always going to be a conflict because we're right and you're wrong. You got to understand that, you know, when the Most High comes, when Christ cracked this sky, he's coming back to get the people that's right and unaliving the people that's wrong. And the people that's wrong, all of them ain't going to be unalived, especially if you're an Edomite. You're going to be a slave. Right? So you're not going to be unalived. You're going to be put to use. You're going to be put to use. Right? You're going to be put to use. Right? So there's always going to be a conflict. There's always going to be a conflict. And so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians, you need to wake up and come into the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge and understand that you are separate, that you are a different manner of people from these heathens. Sure. That you wasn't driven out in the Caucasus Mountains, right? You actually was the big dogs, right? And still is, right? So much so that even though that throughout the history, throughout the Bible shows that, okay, the Israelites did do some things against the Most High, but guess what? The Most High, the promise, that covenant is still to the Israelites. And the Most High is still for the Israelites. And he's going to come back and save the Israelites, the so-called Blacks, Latino, Native Indians, right? That does his law, that is perfect. It is possible to be perfect. Job was perfect, right? So even still, the Most High is coming back for the colored people, for the so-called Blacks, Latino, Native Indians, right? Babylon's going to fall. America time is up. Is up, right? And with that, all right, we're going to get these security announcements. All right, we are the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge. 1 West started out of 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 1 year. All right. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. All right. If they need any transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After a year, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. All right. If there's another year in which the brother and sister will court each other, 6 months. Okay, there's another 6 months in which a brother or sister will be able to court each other. All right. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. All right. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. All right, gives the church department or the teacher priest fund. All right, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of Blowing Trumpets. That is September 11th. That falls on a Friday. All right, if you need any type of transportation or if you need any more information on that, and if you are in the Virginia area, you ought to call 757-550-1204, and there will be someone there to answer your questions and arrange for you to make it to the feast day. It is a law, right? It is a law to make it to these feast days, man. You got to make it to the feast day. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, they are to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. If you are a sister and you aspire to be a sister in the school, you are to call 757-550-1204. All right. And with that, Amadim, we want to give a quick salute to the highest ranking man in the room, in Israel, Amar Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah,
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yamatai, Sar, we turn to sisters. All right, Amadim, me to stand. All right, in Israel, we're going to give a quick salute to the sisters. Amar Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Time. Class is missed.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're